Flip Devils. J-Dog back to answer more goddamn questions. Again for the week. Yeah, weekly shout out from Dominic Cocaro, sponsor of the week. It says August is going to be Random Werewolf Month at randomreviews.dom. Is going to review 8 werewolf movies. All decades will be taken into consideration. Plus, you can expect the usual metal/horror coverage. Send Dom $1 on Patreon so that he can finally afford a handicap accessible hooker. So all info, i.e. Patreon, can be found on the websites. And the link is in the description box, homies, for that. Daniel Nelson Rambella's paid question. Sent 2 of them in, too. 2 separate ones. Sub Deathmetal Lee Marvin. I don't know how that's me, but all right. Remember the animated Heavy Metal, the movie, 1983? Never heard of it. What do you imagine Deathmetal, the movie, would be? No idea. I've never seen Heavy Metal, the movie. The Terminator meets Texas Chainsaw Massacre meets The Evil Dead. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's outside my wheelhouse. It would seem like a pointless movie to me. I mean, unless it's a documentary or something. I would see no point in doing it, but I guess they can do what they want. Again, Daniel Nelson Rambella's another paid question. So why do you think new death metal bands have less nasty/variety in their vocals and playing sound? I don't know if that's necessarily the case. There's a lot of bands as far as nasty vocals and shit like that, because with the pitch shifting and vocal effects that you have on today, there's definitely stuff that does that. So, I mean, like, again, the 2 bands that I really like as far as with really nasty vocals, I've said, is Melting Rot and Miasmatic Necrosis. But there's others where some bands, just whatever, they're fine. But I was like, yeah, the vocals are totally, some unique, or maybe not unique because it's been done, maybe another Last Days or so. But I remember when Last Days of Humanity did, first thing I heard was their second album, Hymns. That was the first time I heard those type of vocals. Now it's just, I'm not going to say it's common, but a lot of bands have done it since. And in today's times, I'm sure it's much, much easier, with vocal effects, etc. Could be wrong on that because I'm not a goddamn musician or gear guy. But as far as, at least as vocal and playing sound, like going in a deceased nuclear death, hideous minglius way, not going deeper in the underground, updates on deceased, all demos release. Yeah, the CD's at press right now. So you can pre-order, and so it's at press right now. It's up for pre-order. It says it's out like, August 25th or some shit. So get that in. As far as the uniqueness and shit, as much as I rip on the bands too, to everybody's defense now, it's not their fault. What are you going to do? Even if I was to start a band myself, it would be just another. Even if I wasn't trying to sound like anybody else, trying to do something totally original but play death metal, you would be able to find bands in the past that have done before, because it's almost impossible to stick with the genre. And it sounds like I've never heard a band that sounds like this. It's going to be reminiscent to any of the subgenres of death metal. You know how you kind of have like the Cannibal Corpse type death metal. You got the Morbid Angel style death metal. You got the incantation immolation style, which is a little more dark and lack of better words, doomy. Then you got the I guess the slammier death metal, the suffocations, just shit like that. However many type of subgenres you want to come up with. Depends how far you want to go into it, excluding that gay-ass fucking twinkcore shit. But real death metal, what do you got? And let's say that you got first-generation death metal, like the Deaths, the Possess, shit like that. You got what? Like maybe 6 max, 10, if you really want to get a little nitty-gritty, 10 subgenres of that are all just, it's considered just death metal, right? No matter what you're going to do, it's going to fall into one of those. Another subgenre would say the Swedish death metal scene. So yeah, let's say there's like 10 of them in totality or something around there. It's definitely less than 20. You're going to fall into one of those goddamn categories. But that's because it's already all been goddamn done. Well, why do I got all this goddamn fucking empty ceiling action over here? Get that hideous manglius flag in the fucking shot. Don't need no goddamn blank ass wall. So yeah, it's just, and that's why I primarily stick with the classics, because it's what you heard first, and it's like, do I really need to hear another band that sounds like Grave, or another band that sounds like Immolation, or another band that sounds like Suffocation, or any of this, another Cannibal Corpse? Do I really need one? Again, if their songs really stand out, they're just so catchy and memorable in the first listen, then yeah, then like they kind of like, all right, these guys are damn good, memorable songwriters. But that's going to be few and far in between. And quite frankly, I'm not even, and I'm sure there's ones out there that I haven't heard. Sure there is. But it's like, I'm past the point of just even that eager to check out new stuff, to weed through all the mediocre bullshit, or even just the it's okay rehash bullshit, to find them. You know what I mean? If I come across them, cool. If I don't, I got plenty of a collection to listen to. So, you know, that's why I always say, man, go back to those, always go back to the oldies. It's funny because I watched the interview with Lead Dog, Paul Lenny, on the Garza podcast, which I thought came out really, really good. And he kind of said what I've been saying it, but he can articulate fucking saying shit better than I can of what I'm thinking. And he sees, like, his words were, it's your duty to go back and find the classics. It's your duty to go back in time if you're into this kind of music. I agree, and I've always said that, just not those exact words, not your duty, like it's your job. But I just say it by default, if you're truly in this. Like, that's why I rip on these guys. Yeah, bro, I'm into fucking metal. Like, what shirt you got on? Told you about that goddamn twink core at my fucking gym. And I'm literally, that exact day, I'm not even exaggerating, the shirt I was wearing was the Possessed Seven Churches shirt. The logo, Seven Churches, back, band photos. That's the shirt I just so happened to be wearing. And he's like, I was like, well, have you ever heard of bands like, for example, Possessed? Never heard of those guys. Dude, that's your duty. What do you mean? Like, even if it's like, that's kind of geezer fucking dad metal at this point, you should at least know about it. Like, what are you talking about, dude? You're claiming to be into death metal and extreme metal music, and you don't know what a lot of people, whether it's true or not, because it's a debate, the first death metal record in existence, again, even if you consider a thrash metal record, whatever, you at least know there's that argument. You never even heard of it? You just look like a dumbass. Like, what are you talking? It is your duty, 100%. So, check out the essential shit first, and then go to the goddamn noobs. I've always said that. So, once you get to all the essential shit, let's just see how much of a goddamn desire you have for all the noobs. And maybe you will. And there's guys that do, and that's great. Then kudos to you. But at least start with the fucking back catalog. Like what do you do? I knew that. Nobody had to explain that to me. That was common sense. Like, yeah, I want to see what the earlier bands were doing. Like the bands that started this genre. Like, oh, the first one I heard was Cannibal Corpse. Oh, you mean they didn't start this? Not that I didn't know. It's just the first one I heard. Oh, okay. Well, who was before this? Yeah, you found out about Death and fucking Possessed and Creator, Pleasure to Kill, and just the 80s shit. It's kind of common sense. Like, if you were actually into this, you would know. That's why, technically, by default, is anyone a poser if they don't like Scream Bloody Gore or if they don't like Seven Churches? No, they're not, but it's an enormous fucking red flag if they don't know it. It's like, why is that a red flag, dog? Because, dude, you can't be that interested in the genre as a whole if you had no interest to go see what the fucking the guys who started the fucking thing, like, you're not even slightly curious. That screams you can't be that passionate about this, dude. Not a guaranteed. It's not a set in stone. It's not written in the fucking Satanic Bible, but it's a damn big fucking red flag waving in the sky if that's their answer. Never heard of it. That's a red fucking flag. Big time, homie. That's all I'm saying. Ryan Jewell listed order question. On to the goddamn order questions. A lot of Paiskies. Didn't get any today. Didn't get any yesterday. Those were from, I think 2 days ago they came in. Ryan Jewell, question for the dog. What's your opinion on the band Prophecy from Texas? Watch my back catalog, homie. Holy fuck. I even tell Ohio Death Fest stories about them. They're one of my favorite bands. Would you ever think about doing a repress of their Foreseen and Foretold? Man, you are out of loop like a motherfucker. I've talked about them on the goddamn channel. Seen them at Ohio Death Fest in, what was it, 2001 or 2002, whatever year they goddamn played. The singer, they called him the Preacher. Fucking talked about all these, he had the goddamn commentary in between songs, the stage banner, like you're supposed to. Slobbering all over the goddamn place. When he would, before he get into songs, he would tell these goddamn fucking stories to introduce the lyrics, and it was great. They did the 2 albums. Yeah, Foretold Full Scene is, you got that, you're good. The second one's like, oh, okay, it's more the same shit. But it's good. But Foretold Full Scene is pretty much all you need. And we just had him on the site like 2 months ago, man. I was the one that traded for him. So it is out on LP, and Hell's just had them. So, ain't watching my channel, and you clearly ain't watching that new Arrivals. Get with the program, homie. Pantera. Order question, goddammit. Hey, dog, I was wondering if you ever heard Vastum, Vastum. Just pulled an LP by them. It was either today or yesterday for an order. We've had them in stock. Looked at the cover, looked at the logo. I was like, this looks like junk black metal that I probably wouldn't like. Don't know. It could be goddamn fucking carcass worship for I know. Again, if it's not black metal, that's what it looked like, dummy. That's all I'm saying. Just by the cover. And yes, I judge books by their cover. Unless it's like, hey, it's got this member of a band I like, or hey, somebody I know that knows me, recommends it to me. And I was like, all right, maybe I'll check it out if I'm in the mood. Outside that, yes. If it's a band I don't know when it comes in, I 100% judge it by what it looks like. That's how I do it. I don't give a shit what your opinion is. I don't care if you think that's gay. I don't care if you think that's a poser. I don't care if you think... I don't give a fuck what you think. So don't even bother putting in the comments. I don't give a fuck. That's what I do. Yes. Over 60,000 titles in stock. It rains metal, new shit coming in by the hundreds every single week. You can't listen to everything. So yes, I 1,000% judge it by how it fucking looks. And it looked like not interesting to me. Is it possible I put it on and it's my new favorite band? It's unlikely, but it's possible, yes. So before you say anything fucking stupid, I, again, haven't heard it. Looked like black metal, I wasn't interested in it. So they're the first band that got me into death metal. Okay, I guess they're death metal. When I was 14 years, along with Bloodbath, it quickly became one of my favorite bands, so I have a bit of bias for them. So it's the fact that you said Bloodbath and Vastum, who I know is... Don't know much about Vastum, but I would be willing to bet my nutsack they started in the 2000s. Your two favorite bands are two very new bands. Because yes, Bloodbath's a new band in my goddamn book. Nothing wrong with that, but it tells me you're very, very young. That's what it tells me. You say when you're 14, you're probably 19 or 20 now. Nothing wrong with that, but it just tells me you're very young. And I'll put on Vastum or even Bloodbath, which I do like. I like the EP the best, and then the first full length after that, I kind of signed out. As good as the Bloodbath stuff is like, I'm not going to listen to that over. We'll check my, put it this way, check my top 15. It's top 15 or top 20, whatever it is. Best Swedish death metal albums of all time. Bloodbath's not in there. I like it. Their best song is probably Brave New Hell. That's on the full length. That's fucking goes second full length. Not like the first two full lengths. First two full lengths in the EP, Breeding Death or whatever. It's good, but I'm just saying, I like Mega Slaughters better. I like the Dismember way better, and Left Hand Path way better. Where No Life Dwells way goddamn better. There's a bunch of other Swedish stuff. Just watch my goddamn video. I like a band like Deranged, even though they're from Sweden, but they're not that Swedish death metal style of death metal. I like Deranged way more than I like Bloodbath. Bloodbath's way more goddamn popular. Bloodbath, because that's what I don't understand. Like, just for uniqueness and shit like that, put on Deranged. Look how they started from Rated X and High on Blood, and even my personal favorites, the self-titled and what is it? The 3 album, just the number. That's a way more unique style of brutal death metal, especially for the time it came out, than Bloodbath. It's like, granted, they were good songwriters, I'll give them that, but it's like, oh, another Swedish death metal band. To me, if I had to pick one as a whole, the catalog, do you want Deranged, dog, or do you want Bloodbath? Deranged. Like, why do I don't even need to think about that. I got 30 other bands that are just as good as Bloodbath, if not better. Same kind of stuff. I mean, like, same around the same time. Like, I like Entrails, the band Entrails. I like it better than Bloodbath. But again, that's nothing new or unique either. But when Tales from the Morgan shit came out, I was like, this is a great fucking Into the Grave, Left Hand Path style death metal album with very good, memorable songs like Blood Red and Euthanasia. Like, really memorable, good out the gates songwriting, but nothing unique. Now, I'm not saying Bloodbath could be still your favorite, but what I'm just saying is, like, it just screams that you're probably very young. And, yeah, well, by the time I heard them, I already had all the classics. And it's a newbie band that I saw blowing up, which is cool, good for them. But, again, I don't see why that would blow up over Deranged. If you're going by uniqueness and, oh, I haven't heard this before. I mean, just listen to Deranged alone. Just the drumming style alone. The guy's got a totally unique style of drumming. It's more refreshing to listen to than goddamn Bloodbath with another Swedish death metal band. Again, good songwriters, and I like them, but there's at least 100 bands out there that's just like that shit. I mean, another newer band, they're good. Demonical. There's another Swedish band do you even know any of those? Put it on. That's why you'll see how, oh yeah, do I really need this Bloodbath? Oh, there's tons of bands like this. That were 20 years before it's in the same time frame coming out. The band Dark Creed, they got one full-length album that isn't just cover songs called Dark Regions. They're from Mexico, but it sounds like total Swedish death metal. I think that album's better than Bloodbath. So that's where they stand. But again, they're good. I think the song Brave New Hell is fucking great. Even though that's the last album, that's the second full-length, right? I'm drawing a blank on what it's called. I know as soon as I heard it. But there's the Breeding Death. And then, is that the EP or the full? I think it's an EP. And then there's the first full-length. But isn't this the one with Brave New Hell? That's the, was it Nightmares something? That's the one with Swano singing on it. And the first full-length is the one with the Opeth guy singing on it. I think the first full-length is better. The vocals are more brutal and shit. It's been a while since I listened to any of those. But yeah, they are good. So don't take it. The guy's talking shit about Bloodbath. No, I'm not, dummy. I'm just saying they were late to the fucking game. And there's tons of other bands playing that style. And especially now in 2025. Do I want to hear another album like that or something a little bit more unique? I mean, dealer's choice, I guess. But when I'm dealing, I'm dealing deranged. That's all I'm goddamn saying. Donovan Sagan, Question for the Dogs channel. If ever presented the opportunity, would you interview the Hoffman brothers? Of course I would. Why wouldn't I? Or do you think that would be a conflict of interest for relationship, future potential interviews with GB and Steve Sheen? I highly doubt GB and Steve Sheen give two flying fucks what my dumb ass is fucking doing or paying attention. I mean, Steve says he's seen the channel a few times. Has he peeked in since I've done the interview? If I had to make an educated guess, I would say yes. I have both their phone numbers. How often do I talk to them? Not often. But put it this way. If we're ever texting, which yes, they do text back, they never text me first. I text them first, and I don't just text them with dumb shit. It was been legitimate business shit. I don't remember what. With Glenn, it was about us reissuing the first 4 albums, and he just said you'd have to ask Warner Brothers. He doesn't have a contact to them, but they bought out the back catalog. He's like, I don't care personally. It's cool with me. He's like, but they own it, so I don't have a say. So the question, I'm not asking how his fucking dog's doing. Like, I'm not sitting there blowing him up and asking him stupid shit. But has he ever texted me like, hey brother, how's it going? No. Will he ever? I highly doubt it. So interests, I don't think they give a fuck what I do, to be completely honest with you. I highly doubt it. Doubt I enter their mind on any at all in life. Probably forgot I even exist. So yeah, I'd interview the Hoffman brothers. And again, they're on albums I love, you know what I mean? The Deicides and whatever stupid shit they'd say, the Hoffman brothers, because it sounds like Eric especially talks out of his ass. I believe in freedom of speech. He can say whatever the fuck he wants. I don't care. It's his story. You can tell whatever the fuck you know what I mean? It's just like when I interviewed Glenn, whatever he did or didn't want to say, I just leave it in there. As long as nobody throws out any N bombs or too many F with the double G bombs, not because I care, they can say whatever the fuck they want. It's just my video get kicked off fucking YouTube. I don't want my shit kicked off. They're pointless doing the goddamn video. As long as they do that, it's all fair game. I don't care. Basically, as long as they don't say anything that's going to get kicked off YouTube or my channel kicked off YouTube, anyone I have on is free to say what it's their 30 minutes, it's their hour, whatever time we have. They're allowed to say whatever they want. I don't care if they're racist. I don't give a shit, man. It's their opinion. And I'm not going to sit there and correct unless they ask, what do you think about that, dog? I personally think that we're going to racist some shits for some dumbass fucking Confederate flag, fucking inbred goddamn bucktooth, fucking meth smoking, moonshine drinking hillbillies, personally. But if that's what you're into, hit that iron fist, homeboy. You do you. We just had different beliefs, that's all. But they're allowed to talk about it. So yeah, I wouldn't censor the Hoffman brothers or nothing like that. Might sound like a babbling dumbass. That's what it sounds like to some of the shit I've seen. Like talking about Glenn and, he's bald and shit. It's like, the guy's 60 years old. Why would you talk about another man's hair falling out at 60? That's like literally saying like an old guy, man, he's got wrinkly old skin. He's fucking old, dude. Like, no shit. Like when people say that shit about me, I already know in the comments. I'm just shaking my head. I'm like, dude, you're literally under the age of 30. You're just a kid. Like, who says dumb shit like that? It's that shit that's kind of genetic and people get it. And then people will throw a shit, what dog? That's because you're using those steroids. Which way? my brothers have never stepped foot in a gym in their life, and they're either as bald as I am or more bald, with the exception of Reaper. He's like, he got the goddamn good genetics. Our oldest brother, dude, he started going bald when he was, literally, I'm not even joking, when he was 20 years old. Never been to gym in his life, no less taking steroids. So shut the fuck up, idiot. The only kids bring dumb shit like that up. Of stuff that's unavoidable as, yeah, I'm a grown man, dude. I'll tell you. I mean, if you want to point out something like, that guy's a fat ass or something, other than poking fun, I don't even do that. Again, other than poking fun, but it's like, even if you were, that's something you can control. That's lifestyle, homie. Shit like wrinkly skin or the guy got cancer. Like, is that what you bring up next? Like, okay, you got fucked. Like, what's there to bring up, dude? That just shows how childish you are and dumb. But that's the kind of shit the Hoffman brothers were saying. When I see that, I'm just like, this is a grown man. At least in my comments, they're talking shit about me. I was like, oh, this is just some 19-year-old virgin working at Taco Bell, living in his fucking mom's basement, just some goddamn loser. Come back in 20 years and talk to me, homie. You won't, because you won't even be in the metal scene. But Eric Hoffman is like, dude, you're definitely around Glenn's age. You're over 50, for sure over 50. You're a grown man, dude. Why are you bringing up this vitriol shit? Like, that's like kiddo vitriol shit you're bringing up. So right out the gate there, he's like, again, I'd have him on, but it's I get the vibe he would just make an ass out of himself, saying complete stupid stuff. Well, some people might say that about me, but whatever, again. But yeah, of course I'd have him on. Dowdy's coming on. Dowdy's coming on now after that fucking rant. Whatever, I don't think he was going to. And not to mention, when am I going to see him next? They're not on tour. They ain't doing shit. I mean, what's Amon doing? They ain't doing a goddamn thing. He's not to my interest level that I would fly out to him either. So, yeah, unless he's coming to Cleveland and it was a scheduled. Yeah, it's not going to happen. So, whatever, it's no goddamn sweat off my ass. I don't really care. But if he was to hit me up and, hey, dog, yeah, Amon's coming. We're playing Cleveland. I want to come on the channel. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'll come out to the show and fucking do it. No doubt. But that ain't going to fucking happen. And that's fine. I could give a shit. I mean, if I do this till the day I die and I never have him on, that's fine. But it'd be cool too as well. But not lose any sleep if I don't. So, this Varric sees this. Hit me up. You're coming to Cleveland, goddamn. And his brother, that I guess is Christian now. Isn't that what it is? Again, I don't know if that's true. I heard that. Yeah, he's born again Christian. He can still come on. Again, it's his 30 fucking minutes. So, yeah, I'd be up for it. Comes good soon. You look at you. Put the gun by his hands right morning. Don't forget them paid skis drying up like a motherfucker. It ain't today or yesterday. We're out. We got a few order questions left. Well's drying up, though, goddamn, for content. So get them in, goddamn. It's later, Bubbles.